Happy Monday. I know not all are necessarily considered that way, but I hope it's been for you. We are at the 11th day of December, downhill side of that. Easy math there, 14 days from Christmas, and actually from Christmas being over at this point. Nevertheless, a lot of news to cover tonight and a lot to cover before and between the holidays. With that said, weather-wise, talk about a calmer pattern. I mean, we saw, as I left you on Friday, of course, for the Sagersville Hometown Christmas Parade, some active weather throughout the day, and even some folks in Tennessee, for example, saw deadly weather. Montgomery County, Nashville, those two areas had 3 people killed, respectively, in each of those counties or municipalities, for a total of 6 that at least I'm aware of in Tennessee. From the same line of storms that we saw, of course, a blow through well after the parade, some big loud thunder and lightning that we saw here. Nothing on the severe side, but Tennessee, of course, was not as fortunate as were some other states which were hit hard by some tornadic activity. But we are seeing clear sailing. There is the possibility that we'll see something materialize by this coming weekend, but right now it's not in your 7 days, so therefore I'm not talking about it anymore. It is going to be calm. It's going to be cold and sunny, but it's going to be calm throughout the weekend. I'll have your updated 7-day, of course, in just a few moments. As for Christmas parade coverage, not tonight. I've got a lot of edit to do on that, and we'll get that to you pretty soon. And don't worry, I'll take a great pride in being able to bring that back throughout the holidays on a couple of days when we're off. And that's another discussion we'll have at a little later time as well. But a couple of, or at least one big project that we're going to have to undertake right after Christmas here that's going to kind of maybe affect some programming. Nevertheless, we'll talk about that in a few seconds. I know a couple of traffic fatalities in other parts of Kentucky County in the southern part of the state. I know as well another here locally, a couple of auto accidents that I can report to you here in McGoffin County, both today, one involving a total of 4 vehicles early this morning on Route 40, and what's proven historically to be a very dangerous portion of that road. Early this morning, travel to work, school, and the like resulted in, of course, a daily hectic Route 40 in McGoffin County and just past Tackett Bottom, very near and almost exactly where, for example, one of the most recent accidents, the school bus crash, happened, but where accidents tend to happen more often than not on Route 40. This one happened involving a total of 4 vehicles. The accident was handled and worked by Trooper Tracy Salyer with the Kentucky State Police out of Post 9. While he investigates the accident and conducts the process thereof, it's my understanding that this blue truck appeared to have crossed the center line, striking a white SUV. That white SUV spinning around, hitting another vehicle, the blue pickup truck, going on to hit another vehicle, that being the 4th one in all involved in this curve on Route 40. There were 2 people on scene who told EMS that they were going to go by privately owned vehicle to the hospital. No ambulances were involved with transport at the scene, but it's believed that some, if not several, may have sought medical treatment, again, by private or personal vehicle thereafter. The road was blocked for a significant amount of time while the officer and an EMS worked the scene and cleared all traffic and vehicles and those involved. One vehicle had 3 kids and 2 adults, and then at least a driver in the other 3 vehicles. And what appeared to be a non-injury or minor injury accident on New 460 earlier today, as someone with Mortimer Media Group was traveling through 460 and saw the McGoffin County Rescue Squad and McGoffin County Sheriff's Department and EMS responding to the scene, where 2 vehicles were said to be involved. Again, traffic was able to, as you can see, keep moving. There was some debris in the roadway, and it's my understanding no serious, if any, injuries were reported. In neighboring news, a sheriff's deputy in Morgan County was injured days ago in a pursuit, suffering injuries that actually required Deputy Sean Pack to be life-flighted to the UK Medical Center for treatment. Now, days later, that happening, I believe, on the 8th, the Morgan County Sheriff's Department reportedly says that they are still searching for the suspect involved in that pursuit. According to Miranda Cantrell, who writes for the Licking Valley Courier in Morgan County, she spoke with Sheriff Greg Motley, and he says that Brian Lewis, 24 years of age, whose photograph was unavailable, who lives on Blaze Road in West Liberty, is still being sought after, facing several charges from the December 8th episode. He was being sought after on previous warrants at the time. The department received reportedly information that Lewis, as well himself, might have been injured falling down an embankment during a foot pursuit between he and Deputy Sean Pack. The deputy again life-flighted to the UK Medical Center shortly thereafter for injuries he sustained, his current condition not known at this hour. But Sheriff Greg Motley out of Morgan County is requesting that any information be forwarded to his office on the possible whereabouts of, again, 24-year-old Brian Lewis of West Liberty, not seen since December the 8th. The McGoffin County Grand Jury returned 2 indictments last week, both for individuals still jailed since being arrested by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department in this same case involving wanton abuse and or neglect of an adult. I'll have that and other news in just a moment.
Appalachian Wireless has extended this sale through Christmas Eve. Save up to $850 off select devices. They're going to tech the halls with the latest and greatest devices with no activation fee and up to $850 off. Hop in your sleigh and go to your favorite Appalachian Wireless location or visit AppalachianWireless.com for complete details on getting up to $850 off the latest and greatest devices. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Terms and conditions apply. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete details.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Syersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics. It's one of Santa's favorite places to stop because he knows he can get something for everyone at the seasonal shop. From cute and cool festive tees and sweatshirts and gifts for all. From your favorites like Brewmate, like the Candleberry Company collection, sweet treats and the neat cups and mugs that they stay cozy in until they're gone. And with decorations that cover everything from cute to exquisite gingerbread houses, the willow tree signatures, the trees, the place setting, the personalized ornaments. And the 25 Days of Christmas is happening now every day until Christmas. Another brand or collection is 25% off. Look for the daily announcements on their Facebook page and look for great sales and a wonderful Christmas season at the seasonal shop.
Platinum award-winning singer-songwriter Chris Jansen is coming to the MAC, and he'll be playing hits such as Buy Me a Boat.
But it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull me.
Fix a Drink.
But I can fix a drink.
And one of his most recent hits, Good Vibes.
I'm getting them good vibes. I'm living this good life.
Get your tickets now. Call 1-888-MAC-ARTS, stop by the People's Bank box office, or visit macarts.com.
I got me a full cup.
2 and the only 2 indictments returned last week by the sitting McGoffin County Grand Jury. That in the name of a man and a woman, both facing similar charges in regards to an investigation by the Sheriff's Department for wanton abuse and neglect of an adult. Per the original arrest citation, which I covered back when we ran the report back in the early part of October, which was around the 7th or 8th, it happened on the night of the 7th. Information by Deputy Neil Watson with the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department says that he had already obtained a search warrant for a residence on Coon Creek and was actually going to that when he got behind the vehicle operated by James Lee Isaac, who was one of the people who lived at the residence that he was going to search. He followed it to the driveway where he and a female got out of the vehicle, and a search of the vehicle turned up a quantity of drugs, including an amount of methamphetamine, 2 different containers of heroin, several prescription pills, I believe, other items of either pills and or paraphernalia. And then a further search of the residence in question also turned up just what was simply described as the officer to being countless syringes uncapped with bent and or straight needles, sets of scales with residue, tourniquets, cooking spoons, homemade scoops made from straws, snorting straws, and the list went on as far as paraphernalia and drug-related items, the majority of which were found in the male's bedroom, but syringes found in several other parts of the home as well. Isaac and Lisa M. Watkins, 38, of Sagersville, according to the sheriff's deputy, were said to be the caregivers for an older woman who lived at the home, who was said to be acting rather erratically, found and discovered by her family, taken to the hospital for fear that there might be something she might be experiencing medically, to find out that she would test positive for fentanyl. It was actually in her system, and still unknown as to exactly how it got there, or at least that's still under investigation. And as a result of that and the complete investigation, Isaac was indicted for wanton abuse and neglect of an adult, wanton endangerment in the first degree of a police officer, possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, fentanyl, illegal use or possession of a legend drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia, while the female, Watkins, also faces similar charges: wanton abuse and neglect of an adult, tampering with physical evidence, possession in the first of meth, possession in the first of fentanyl, and possession of drug paraphernalia, both named in separate indictments returned Thursday by the current Magoffin County Grand Jury. Next, our Magoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Our first announcement, a twofer, so to speak, is I'm going to remind you of two things all rolled into one. That the Ivy Point Hill is closed until later this week, at least through Wednesday. I think they hope to plan to open it up on Thursday. I'll get that in hard data and keep you up to date throughout the week. But as they make that traffic switch, the Candy Cane Lane Christmas festivities and lights will be paused just until Ivy Point opens up on its new trick for good, we hope, as they'll get a base coat of asphalt down and then put the final coat down next spring when weather allows. So Ivy Point closed and Candy Cane Lane paused for the next 3, maybe 4 days, and I'll keep you posted. With that, calendar announcements like this and other important ones, including all those all-important birthdays and anniversaries, are just as easy to get on the show as anything else you could do. And if you want them printed in the Sagersville Independent, you send those via email to heather@sagersvilleindependent.com. From there, we'll go to funeral service announcements this evening. Here in Magoffin County, services are going to start Friday morning at 11 for 94-year-old Phyllis Patrick Marshall of Bellows Drive in Sagersville. She passed away Sunday at Sagersville Healthcare. The daughter of Johnny and Dora Shepard Patrick, her husband Astor Marshall, son Danny Marshall, and daughters Carol Sue Marshall, Melody Salyer, and sister Joy Mullins, and brother Ray Patrick all preceded her in death. She is survived by her daughters Linda Daisy, Bonnie Puckett, Donna Wireman, her sister Joanne Bailey, 14 grandchildren, and 10 great-great-grandkids, as well as 21 great-grandchildren. My apologies. Funeral services will be held again this Friday at 11 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Friends can visit the funeral home Thursday after 6. In Johnson County, 88-year-old Fern Blair Ward of Denver passed away on the 9th at her home, survived by 4 daughters, 2 sisters-in-law, 12 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren. Services will be this Thursday at 1 from the Beachwall United Baptist Church in Leander. Friends can call on the Jones Preston Funeral Home Wednesday after 2 and Thursday after 10 a.m. and the church after noon, the day of services, for visitation. In lieu of flowers, memorial donations may be made to the Appalachian Hospice or Beachwall United Baptist Church by contacting Jones and Preston. 86-year-old Benny Ray Pelfrey of Columbus, Ohio, formerly of Johnson County, passed away on the 7th, survived by his wife Carol Sue Jennings, 2 sons, 1 daughter, 2 stepsons, and a stepdaughter, 15 grandchildren, several great-grandchildren, a brother, a sister, and many other members of his family. Services will be held this coming Saturday the 16th at 11 at the Jones and Preston Funeral Home. Visitation will be that morning from 10 until services. 68-year-old Janine Hammond Gerald of Painesville passed away Tuesday the 5th. The daughter of the late Willis Charles Hammond and Loretta Lee Anderson Hammond, and besides her parents, she's preceded in death by a son, Stephen, and daughter, Mary Melissa. She's survived by a brother, Charles Foster Hammond of Paintsville, and a number of family. Per her request, no public services. A memorial service will be announced at a later date. And also in Paintsville, 76-year-old Teresa Cole of Paintsville passed away Sunday at Paintsville ARH. Arrangements being made at this time under the care of Jones and Preston Funeral Home. It's that time of year. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen again and again. The question is, have you even checked your tires lately? Don't find out the hard way. Whether it's just a coating or as intense as this, be prepared, be ready, be safe, and save with December deals like $200 off of Goodyear's and other special offers with 6 months no interest financing at Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Shopping this holiday season just got easier and safer at Salyersville National Bank with Apple Pay and Google Pay available on your Salyersville National Bank debit card. So you can shop and pay from your phone or device wherever you are and have more time to do those special things this Christmas. And when you need more than online and digital banking services, both locations are here for you. The main bank Monday through Friday, 9 until 3, lobby and drive-through, and the branch bank open Monday from 9 until 5 and Saturdays 9 until noon. Merry Christmas from Salyersville National Bank. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Next, your Licking Valley RECC 7-day wear, as I referred to earlier, has a very much calmer pattern to it. A much cooler pattern to it as well. And right now, it's clear sailing, and I want to stress right now, through the entire week pretty much, and your second to last weekend before Christmas Day. I'm not trying to rush anything here, but if you look at it in a way, this is the last coming up full weekend before Christmas, because the weekend after, well, you've got Saturday the 23rd, Sunday is Christmas Eve, and Monday is Christmas Day. So that weekend is essentially Christmas. And it's after this coming weekend, just, making sure everyone's on their toes. We don't have many days left. 2 weeks sounds like a long time, but it indeed is not. Okay, back to your weather. 19, clear skies, calm winds for the rest of your Monday. Definitely another cold one out there tonight. Not quite as cold tomorrow night, but look at the pattern. I like it. Sunny skies, close to 50 for your Tuesday. That's the high spot for a couple of days. Nighttime lows into the low 20s tomorrow night. We will see sunny skies tomorrow. We will see southwesterly winds start to pick up a little bit throughout the afternoon, up to 15, 16 miles per hour on the heavy side at times. Clouds will increase late tomorrow evening and during the overnight, but that's just it. They're just going to be more. And that's it. Not making anything, just more clouds. Wednesday, they'll give way to mostly sunny skies, hanging on maybe through early morning hours, but mostly sunny, mid-40s for midweek on Wednesday. Clear skies that night, or at least mostly clear. Low of 21 degrees, so another chilly. We've got definitely way below freezing for the next several nights. Thursday, another day, sunny, mid-40s, calm, clear, low 20s that night. See the pattern? Going on into Friday, that's when we flip it up just a notch. We'll crank it up to the low 50s and hang there for a little while going into the last weekend before Christmas weekend. 52-28 for your Friday. Sunny, partly cloudy. Saturday, 53, mostly sunny. We'll get close to the freezing mark for the first time in several days. Not quite, though. Sunday, low to mid-50s. Just above the freezing mark, 2 or 3 degrees. Sunday night at 35, partly sunny, mostly clear. Right now, Monday of next week, technically Sunday night during the overnight, but definitely into your Monday, is right now the first shot we have at any shower activity per your Licking Valley RACC 7-day here on Your News Today. Now, there is some activity. There's some low pressure and some other things that could maybe make that window and give us some more showers a little bit before Monday, but that's still too big of an unknown to really factor into our forecast, so I'm just going to leave it out for as long as I can because that's the way I like to do it. Monday, again, 50, mostly sunny, and 20% chance of showers. And then we'll be on the downhill side of the last few weekdays before Christmas, hoping for a continued nice weather trend, maybe a warming trend. That's all I'm saying for now. And that's it. It's just Monday, which means a lot more news to come, starting when I see you back here next time tomorrow for the next edition. Good night, and thank you for being a part of the show.